Check this thing out. This is the MJX Hyper Go Citroen. This is an RC rally car that's supposed to do 40 miles an hour out of the box. If this thing does 40 miles an hour, this is gonna be crazy. Let's get into it. This is only the second MJX car we've ever had on this channel, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've done over the last year or so, improving their products. I think this thing might actually also come with plastic drift tires, which would be so much fun to mess around with here in the garage, especially with the winter we have coming up. Anyways, let's see what we got inside of the box. What the heck? All right, so we've got one of these standard 3-channel transmitters. These feel, well, they feel all right. They're nothing crazy, but they're definitely gonna do the job on this car. Another thing I wanna mention about these relatively inexpensive transmitters that pretty much all of these cars have been coming with, if a manufacturer spends more time and money trying to develop a transmitter that will be a little bit heavier and better quality, that means they're spending less money on the actual car, making it good. And I'd rather them spend all of their time and money building the car good and then give us a cheap transmitter, because you can always change one of these out later for something nicer. I think I see some drift tires. Sick. Take a look at these. These actually look really cool. These are white-walled rally tires. These things look sick. And as expected, we do have the plastic drift tires. These things are gonna be so much fun to mess around with in the garage. Also, these white-walled ones, they're not supple at all. They're pretty knobby, as you can see here, but they are very hard tires. Looks like we've got some extra shocks. Oh, this is nice. They include an extra ESC fan. That's cool. This car comes with one of the standard USB Type A to balance charger style chargers. This is gonna take a couple hours to charge up your car, but if it's all you have, it'll do the job. You get some extra body clip, a mini screwdriver, which is a little bit nicer than some of the ones we've seen recently, and a little wrench here that you're going to use to take on and off your tires. Time for the car. All right, so we've got an instruction manual, some extra stickers if you want to throw them on the car, business cards. Well, this is actually kind of nice. They give you a little parts diagram here. If you're looking for replacement parts, you'll be able to use this to help find the parts you need. Yo. This thing looks sick. This is honestly one of the coolest looking mini rally cars I've seen in a long time. I absolutely love this color scheme. It looks so sick and realistic. Like, geez, this thing looks cool. Let's check out the inside. What do we got here? I assume this is maybe an extra battery. Awesome, we got a 2S 2000 milliamp Angry Snail battery pack. And yes, there is another one included inside of the car. This thing does have functioning headlights and taillights here. You can see the servo wire here. I just disconnected this so we could get a better look at the chassis. Suspension, well, yeah, I mean, it does have double wishbone suspension front and rear, but having a rally car, this thing is really freaking lowered to the ground. Not a lot of travel in these shocks, but that's gonna make this thing absolutely sick at drifting. Here we can take off this little plastic cover here. This is just really put in here to stop you from getting dirt inside of all the components in the car. The last one of these Hyper Go cars I had, I never actually used this thing. I don't know, I'd rather just have it look nice and clean, you know? And as expected here, we do have an extra 2-cell 2000 milliamp battery pack. Let me just throw some batteries in this thing real quick and let's see if we can get this thing paired up. I like to use these Amazon rechargeable ones. I'll put a link in the description down below if you guys want to pick these up. They're pretty inexpensive. All right, well, all we should have to do is turn the transmitter on, plug a battery in. Then on the side of the car here, like most of these MJX cars, you'll have a little power button here. Beeps a couple times and steering servo feels not the best. When you put a little bit of weight on the car, doesn't really handle it very well, but it'll probably be fine for the intended purpose of this thing, but you might want to try to find a way to replace that in the future. Check the power. This thing has a really nice braking system. It's gonna make it super good at drifting. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw on those plastic drift tires, then we're gonna make a little drift track in here and see how well we can drift this thing. Nice. Oh, and this thing also does have a gyro that'll help you with drifting as well. This thing is pretty freaking sick. All right, I think we've had just about as much fun as we're gonna have today in the garage with this thing. Let's get this thing out to the park, throw the dirt tires on it, do a speed test, and see how fast we can actually get this thing to go. And I don't know, we'll just have a lot of fun with this thing. Let's do it. All right, the first thing we're doing real quick is throwing this GPS on it to see if we get close to the 40 miles an hour that they claimed on their website. GPS is zeroed out. And for lack of a better way to do this, we're just gonna tape this thing right onto, I guess, just like this. Not the prettiest thing in the world by any means, but it should do the job. All right, transmitter on, click the button. We gotta plug the battery in first. Now we click it. There we go. Steering is good. Throttle's set to 100%. Trim out the steering a little bit. All right, let's see how we do. I'd say that's 30. Let me fix this steering trick. Tell you what, it is pretty freaking fast. I'd say it's probably faster than that Hyper Go Infraction clone. 40? Whoa. I don't know if I'd say 40. Let's see what we got there. We had a couple good high speed runs. Oof, 24. One thing I've noticed that some manufacturers do is they say 40 miles an hour or 30 miles an hour, but what they don't tell you is that you need a 3S battery pack in order to hit that speed, and they only give you a 2S. Maybe that's why this one is not hitting that top speed. My guess is that's probably what it is. So let me know in the comments down below if you think I'm wrong. I'd love to know what you think. But 24, not the best. Could it be the GPS though? Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's see how this thing does in the short grass over here. This grass is, as you can see, a couple inches long, nothing too crazy. Let's see though how this car handles it. Oh my God, okay. Maybe we have to start up here. Wait, what? Okay, so off-road, not very good. I mean, it's doing it. The suspension is just way too freaking low for this. Back on the pavement. Oh my God, look at it take off. Let me see if I can oh, I was trying to keep this body clean. Oh man. All right, all things being said, when you're going full speed and you're turning this thing, it is really stable. Jeez, oh man. Look at it go, holy crap. I'm telling you, it feels faster than 24 miles an hour to me. But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I guess the GPS doesn't lie, right? I'll tell you what though, I got this thing on a Black Friday sale for like 150 bucks. This thing is pretty crazy for that kind of money. Ooh, around the island. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Oh. How did it not flip over? What the heck? Wow. Dude, this thing is pretty freaking nuts. We'll not do donuts with these wheels on. These wheels are way too grippy. Oh. Wow, dude, this thing is honestly pretty freaking nuts. All right, I think we should probably try throwing the drift tires on, maybe see if we can drift around the island and shit. I don't know. This thing is pretty freaking cool. I'm loving it. I try not to sell to you guys every single time we make videos. I try to keep these videos just fun and honest, but if you guys do want to pick this thing up, it's going to be an Amazon affiliate link in the description down below. So I do get a very small kickback from it, but I just thought I should let you guys know that. All right, let's switch these wheels over. Scratching up the hood scoop pretty bad. Oh my God, and all things being said, this body's actually holding up pretty well. The paint's getting a little bit scratched up, but other than that, no cracks or anything on the body that would, make you believe it's cheap quality. All right, I won't make you guys watch this. Oh, should have brought a freaking impact gun with me, but we got it done. All right, let's go down to this island down here and see if we can do a little drifting. Actually, I got a better idea. I see some cones over here. Meow. All right, cone 1 and sure, cone 2. All right, let's see, can we bust out a figure 8? Oh, we're already spinning out. One thing I'll say, if you've ever had Hyper Go tires in the past, you know these tires, you can blow through them in like maybe 3 or 4 battery packs. Fortunately, they were like 10 bucks or so on Amazon. They're not crazy expensive, but you do have to think about that as a cost of owning this car. If you're gonna be drifting a lot, you gotta have a little bit of extra money every once in a while to buy some extra tires off of Amazon. I'm sure you could maybe, there we go, that lighting's better. I'm sure you could probably find slightly better tires somewhere that don't burn out so quick, but especially if you're just rocking on pavement like I am here, this ground is really rough and it's basically like sandpaper on these tires. I gotta say, for I think about $160, this is the most amount of fun you can have in that price range. From putting the rally tires on, getting, you know, close to 30 miles an hour, maybe there's something we can do to make it go a little bit faster. Maybe you can put a 3S battery pack in it. I'm not sure. That'll come in a later video. We'll probably try this out with the 3S battery pack, actually. Let's do that. Oh, hey, there's a little Citroen logo on the bottom. That's kind of cool. But I honestly think for around that $150, $160 on sale, if you can get this thing, probably like the most amount of fun you can have in a vehicle this size. This thing is heavy duty. It's not gonna break really easily. The batteries, I've been using the same battery the whole time I've been out here, and I've been recording for, it says just crossed 18 minutes. So 18 minutes of runtime between drifting and doing the rally car wheels. I mean, that's pretty freaking good. Fortunately, those easy snail, slow snail, whatever those batteries are called, you can buy those on Amazon if you want to get a couple extra. They're probably good to have, you know, 3 or 4 of them around. That way you're not always having to charge up batteries when you want to go out and have some fun, right? All right, well, it's about 25 degrees in New England right now, and I'm freezing my ass off. So if you guys want to pick this thing up, I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. I got nothing else for you. Love you guys, we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Glamour shot for you, boys.